What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Bunsa podcast. Today, I have a very special guest, my guy, all the way from LSU, guard, tough bucket vlogger, my guy, Trace Young. Welcome to the podcast, man.
I appreciate you having me, bro.
Always, always. All right, let's start. First question. Why was basketball your first love?
That's a good question. I would just say I was always really fun to me as a kid growing up. Like I remember us actually hooping just like at the bus stop before school and stuff, and just like
Yeah,
it was just fun, just like with all your friends playing and being competitive and just all the hype of it, like all the crossovers and the dunks and stuff. So I just thought it was just fun, and I like being competitive, so just enjoyed it.
yeah, no, me too. I mean, that's when you really, like, you're with your friends. Like, it's probably, especially with our friends, we're over competitive at everything we do. And
That's true.
that's what brings the best out of us.
No, we definitely were. We used to be competing in literally anything. We used to,
Mhm.
I remember going to school, bro, and we would be in a full sweat right before getting on the bus.
And then we'll sweat all the way to school. So
Bro, literally. Good times, man.
yeah, yeah, man. Great times. Um, I really like asking you this question because I knew by watching you do your vlogs. So my question is, what made you realize you wanted to start doing a vlog? Like, what made you realize it?
You know, honestly, like, like me, I'm a big like faith guy, and I think that um like one of the greatest gifts God ever gave us was just like life and the ability to be here on earth and just experience all these amazing moments. And um, I think like throughout all of time, like we happen to exist in a specific time where we have the technology to capture moments. And I think like even just for so many years before, like cameras and all that were around, like you can have all these amazing memories, but it was just kept here and you could forget them and memories fade over time. And and so I don't know, I just kind of fell in love with the idea that I could really just capture moments that I'm living and like just beautiful moments and traveling with my family or just out with my friends or just random things and the ability to capture those and almost like relive them afterwards is a really cool concept to me. So I just started vlogging my experiences, day in the lives and stuff, and now having those to look back on has been fun. So yeah, I don't know, I
Yeah,
enjoy it.
no, just to piggyback off of that real quick. And then you also know I'm quick to shout you out or like your vlogs. Just, I mean, you're right. That is what, like, we had cameras all around when we were younger, and just now, like me just watching you do a vlog, like even like church vlogs or something like that. I'm like, dude, this guy is on to the next level of vlogging.
I
This
wouldn't say all
guy's
that.
like,
Appreciate it, bro.
yeah, of course, yeah. Just watching you do that and do what you love the most, basketball, and you combine that and church is really, I think to me, or to both of us, that's really awesome. Not only we're playing basketball, we're going to church, or we have Bible study. Like, for instance, I have later tonight at one of my friend's house, young adult life group. So
Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's dope. We need to do a little collab, bro. Like when I'm back in town.
yeah, for sure.
We need to get you featured on the vlog, man.
Yeah. All right. Next up, third question of the day. I wrote six. Um, everyone goes through injuries in the basketball season. Just talk to us about what your main injury was and how hard you had to come back and try to continue that season.
Yeah, I tore my abdominal and my groin last year. So that was a pretty tough injury. That was a weird like rehab and comeback because it's not a very common injury. So yeah, I had to have surgery and fix my abdominal wall up. And then it sounds worse than it is, kind of. It sounds crazy, but it wasn't too bad. But yeah, I couldn't walk for a while, and then started, running and working out again, doing a lot of rehab, and so I was out for the majority of the season last year. But I think, it gave me time to kind of slow down. I feel like my life's really busy and there's a lot of stuff going on. So I think maybe that was just a sign. God just wanted me to chill out for a little bit and just kind of slow life down.
Yeah, injuries, especially when you're playing basketball at a school that you're playing basketball at, is, I mean, everyone goes through injuries. It's, of course, not fun. You want to be on the court with your guys and competing, going after, but you can't because you're hurt. And I mean, you know me. If I'm injured, I'm like, I'm not trying to sit. I'm trying to like practice with the squad.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. Uh, I do want to say that you started this a little bit ago, a little while ago, actually. Um, so you started your own podcast a little bit, uh, and of course, I was, shouting you out and all that. But at the time, uh, when you started a podcast, just how did it feel getting stuff ready and like especially interviewing our guy Will on your
Yeah.
podcast at the time?
Yeah, no, it was cool. I mean, Will and I somehow ended up at the same school, which was kind of dope. And we both love like videography and all that. And I don't know, we have a lot of conversations and we just felt like we had a lot to say. And so we just decided to do a little podcast, which was cool. It was a lot of work though, like just the prep of it. We had a bunch of cameras and mics and stuff and all the editing, but so I only did one episode. I wanted to do more, but I only ended up doing one. But it was fun. I did find out that LSU has like a podcast room in our like NIL department. So they have all the cameras and mics set up and they have somebody who will edit it all for me. So now that it takes a lot less time, I might start doing a couple more. But yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure. And it was a great, and that literally right after you posted it, I watched the episode. I thought it was a great episode, and and I thought it was a great episode not only because it's our guy Will, but it's because like I didn't know you started a podcast like I started one uh while playing while playing up there at LSU.
Mhm.
Talk to us about how the culture is at LSU.
It's cool. It's cool. It's it's definitely different than anywhere I've ever been. LSU is one of the like the biggest college brands in the world. And so I feel like everybody knows LSU and we're kind of looked at as the villains a little bit. I feel like everybody like if you go to LSU, you love it. If you're anywhere in Louisiana, you love it. But if you're any other school, I feel like everybody hates LSU. So it's kind of a weird vibe going into different schools and places and just everyone thinking of you in that way. But it also is kind of fun to embrace that role and try to just I don't know, try to just keep the LSU culture going of just winning and being successful. So
Yeah, no, for sure. And when I hear, oh my guys, I was you, I'm like, what? That's a
yeah.
great school to be at. And not only because I do have a family friend that I mean I think she's done now at LSU. Name is Tosca. Uh, she went to LSU and she was just finishing up a class at uh was finishing up a class over at LSU and of course right as she told me that I'm like, oh yeah, nice. I have a buddy up there playing basketball.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, absolutely, bro. No, it's a cool place. I mean, it's unlike anywhere I've ever been. So I never expected myself to be here, but I guess God wanted me here for a reason. So it's cool, but it really is becoming like a everything. I mean, it is like a everything school. I mean, we won a football national championship a couple years ago and women's basketball championship like 2 years ago, and then back to the Final Four and like everybody, like our dance team just won like the national championship and Or like gymnasts just won a natty, and so we're due. We need men's basketball to bring one home. So hopefully we have a good year too. But it's cool being able to support all the other sports as well.
For sure. And of course, I had to bring this up. How was it going on your own private plane?
It's cool. It's cool.
Yeah,
It's a cool vibe. It was yeah, it was weird. We go on like some private jets and stuff to away games. Whenever we're playing anybody, but it's kind of a larger private jet. Um, but the when we were doing this documentary stuff, we had like a much smaller one, so it was only like 8 people could fit on it. So it was pretty cool though.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, obviously, having going fly on a private jet is crazy. It's just awesome to go on a private jet. But
Yeah.
my next question is, so you were skilled in middle school and all the way through high school, but like, what would you take of your game on the court and just what took that leap?
For my skill,
Yeah, just your skill on the basketball court and
I would say, yeah, I would say the biggest leap was probably, um, I mean, I obviously going from like middle school to high school, you develop a ton, and but really that process of going from high school to college, I feel like is where I developed the most, where it was like, you went from like I don't know, it's just the workouts at like the Division 1 level or something like that's just a lot. Like you're working out 2, 3 times a day, and it's like really intense every time, and it's very meticulous. Like the coaches need everything down to the details. The margins are slim, so um, it's definitely treated that way. And I think all the workouts and just playing with dudes that are so much better than me helped me take that leap for sure. So I would say once I got to Colorado State, those first couple years is when I uh, developed the most.
Yeah, and you were playing alongside with the NBA rookie David Roddy. I
Yeah.
thought that was really fun because now he's with the Grizzlies, and you're playing with at the time you were playing with a guy that literally was going into the draft.
hmm
Yeah, how was that for you?
Yeah, no, Roddy, that's my guy. It was cool. I mean, we watched him just kind of have like a crazy breakout year, and I think we all knew how talented he was and how much potential he had, but it was awesome to see him just like put everything he had into it. And I love just seeing him, do well and succeed in the league because that's always been his dream. And I just couldn't be more happy for him. I'm excited for him. And now Isaiah too, Isaiah Stevens, he's in there too and doing his thing. He just won the G League, Summer League championship. Or no, yeah, just the Summer League championship, which is crazy. So I'm excited for all of them. It's cool seeing your homeboys make it and follow their dreams.
Yeah, especially with the guys for instance, the program I help out with TPA. You know about
Mhm.
TPA. You did it for a couple of years.
Yep,
Um, Having guys so I got to meet Alex Caruso.
that's
I got
crazy.
to meet Jaleel Okafor and this all these big time NBA guys
Yep,
just from helping out a basketball program that they work out with and just helping them just being there is so one dimensional. It's just crazy.
that's awesome, bro. No, the connections that you make and the relationships are a huge part of it. That's what makes it all awesome.
Yeah. All right. The fourth question. No, yeah. No, sorry, fifth. Uh, you're now at LSU. Just really explain your journey of being at LSU and yeah, explain your journey at being at LSU. I mean, this is one of the great colleges to be at.
Yeah, I would say, I mean, so obviously I transferred here from Colorado State, and it was a weird process. Kind of a strange journey how I got here. It was, I loved Colorado, and it was one of my favorite places. I wouldn't trade it for the world, the experience I had there. I loved my teammates. I loved my coaches. The community supported me. It was beautiful out there. Like I loved it. But I just felt like, after a couple of years there, I just felt God kind of pushing me that it was time to experience something new and move on and keep growing um and so I didn't know where he wanted me to be, but I kind of knew that he wanted me to take a leap of faith. And so I told my coaches I was going to transfer, but I didn't even know where. And that was hard to do because I really did love it there, and my coaches were amazing. They all supported me in so many ways, and and then it was down to a couple different schools, and you know, I went on a visit to Michigan and University of Texas, and, potentially coming back home to Austin, and was talking like Clemson and just a bunch of different other places. And LSU wasn't really on my radar at first, and I just remember praying like, God, will you just close the doors that you don't want me to be at, and make my decision clear for where you want my next chapter to be. And literally like that week after I prayed that, I remember like doors started closing and like UT credits wouldn't work out, Michigan, this happened, Clemson, whatever, and doors started closing, and I was like, dang, like, okay, I wonder like what's gonna happen. And last minute, like LSU door opened, and some of the coaches called me, and also just coincidentally happened to be that Will was there as well, which was cool because obviously like we grew up together. So, um, yeah, he called me too and was like, would you even have interest coming here? And I was like, yeah, sure, like, of course. So, yeah, and then I ended up here.
And, I mean, and that's what helps when you have a buddy that you grew up with, and
Mhm.
he's at that school, and then you get connected from him, and he talks to guys at LSU to try and get you to that school, to LSU. I bet it's like really awesome to have that type of connection with a buddy, and they go talk about you and that you're wanting to come here. So,
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. It was cool. I just remember him calling me and he was like, he was already committed and like, yeah, he knew I was in the portal and he was just like, hey, bro, like it would be fun if you came and we were on the same team again. I was like, yeah, that would be fun. I talked to the coaches and it worked out.
by the way, is that a tree behind
Yeah, it's in my room.
you?
It's fake though. It's not real.
um, no, yeah, just having connections are always good to have. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
before I ask this question, I do want to put it out there that we do have a segment towards the end of this podcast that we do of the Business Bucket List. So we call it bucket list. We take three things of what we want to say, like our favorite hobbies or something like that, and just we pick the three. Like for instance, today we're going to do our top three Hall of Fame player, like NBA players, for instance. Like,
Okay.
but that's like literally towards the ending of the episode. Uh, but now, I'm about to ask you this question right here. Uh, that bond with you and your teammates. What type of bond is that on court and off the court at LSU?
I mean, you spend so much time with your teammates and your team, so it's hard not to bond with them. So luckily, I have a really great team and a bunch of genuine guys, which is awesome because not every team is like that. But yeah, I mean, you're really just thrown into the fire together. Like we're grinding together, we're winning together, we're losing together. So, I mean, everything you do, I mean, we're traveling to getting back at 3 a.m. on the jet and in the hotels together, having meals together. It's just you're always together and you're going through all these hardships together. So the bond that you create is definitely very strong. So it's cool, and I've gotten really close with the guys. Like there's some over at my house right now, and we were just grilling out last night. So it's really cool. It's a cool experience being with the team for sure.
Well, what were y'all doing last night?
Burgers and glizzies.
Nice. That's nice. Yeah, a little football, all that.
Mm.
Um, before I, so I have I wrote this down because I really want to talk about it. Is our thoughts on JJ Redick and Rondo? being on the Lakers staff. Just what's your take on that? Really?
I think it'd be cool. I mean, to get obviously there's a lot of vets already on that team, but to even have more dudes that were in the league for a while would give them a lot of experience from the coaching side too. And I mean, JJ Redick and Rondo, those are both like, high IQ team leaders, so I think they could bring a lot to the team.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, JJ is one of the smartest, in my opinion, the smartest player. I mean, there's a lot of smarter coaches in the league, but for me, when I hear JJ as a head coach, I'm thinking, this guy deserves it. And talk about just he knows what he's doing. He knows what he's talking about, and he's like literally doing that with a Hall of Famer of LeBron James. That's really awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that this week because I want to break that down because so NBA is back.
Back.
Yeah, I think the Raptors play at 4.
Okay, you
Yeah,
locked in?
yeah.
There you go.
All right, on to our segment of the Bunsa's bucket list. We want to do top 3 Hall of Fame NBA players that we want to take off from our bucket list. Trace, you may not have it on top of your head, but if you have top 3 Hall of Fame players, uh, just tell me your Hall of Fame three Hall of Fame players that you like.
Like, wait, three players right now that will be in the
Yeah,
Hall of Fame, or
but,
three like Hall of
but
Famers?
the not this generation, the generation when the Kobe's, the Shaqs, and
Okay.
LeBrons and all that. Yeah,
Okay, the top three of that
yeah,
generation?
yeah, legendaries. Yeah,
Okay. I'm gonna go. You gotta go Kobe. But that's kind of my generation too, though.
yeah.
Is that a fair answer? Can I say
Oh
Kobe?
yeah, no, it's definitely a fair answer.
Okay,
Definitely
what
Kobe.
about what about Dwayne Wade? He's retired.
Yeah, him too. Yeah.
Okay, that's
Uh,
my favorite player, so I gotta go with D Wade too. And then, who else? Magic. I was just one of our recruits that was just in town. He committed to LSU, but he was Magic Johnson's nephew, which was kind of crazy.
yeah,
But but yeah, maybe Magic. It's a good three.
yeah.
What are
D Wade,
yours?
Kobe. Yes. My top 3. Um, it'll be one guy from this generation, but 2 of them will be in the generation that we're talking about.
Okay,
The 2 I was thinking of is obviously Shaq. And that guy's just, oh man, it's fun to watch him play when he was playing. Shaq
LSU.
is just barbecue chicken alert is what I can think of.
Yeah,
Just talking about a generational big and playing with Kobe Bryant, so that really helped him a lot. So
true.
yeah, Shaq is my all time favorite on that one. Uh, the second pick has to go to I really like Derrick Rose. He's just retired. I like I like all the legendary players, but D Rose is definitely on there. I mean, shoot, just talk about uh, just gets down to the core with 2 steps and just booms on you. And then on top of all of that,
Super
he's
super
coming right
athlete.
and he's coming right behind you to block your stuff. Like
Yeah,
so,
absolutely. That's a good one.
yeah.
Shaq, D Rose, those are good too. And what's your current one?
My current one, it's my favorite team. You know my favorite team. The Warriors. Steph Curry
Yeah,
is my
yeah.
favorite. Steph Curry is my
I knew
guy.
you were gonna say that.
Steph Curry is my guy. I mean, I think. when it comes to shooting in the league, like shooting in the league and passing up two Hall of Famers already, Ray Allen and
Reggie.
yeah, Reggie. To pass those guys up, I'm like, dude, this guy's actually wild. Like the way he conditions himself to, like, it's exhausting for every team to guard him.
Nah,
Like he
absolutely. He's
just runs
amazing.
around everywhere, and then oh, off this pick, oh, I'm shooting that. Like
Yeah, bro.
it's
Nah,
just
he's
crazy,
amazing
man.
for
I
sure.
mean, Steph is like he's a Hall of Famer. I strongly believe that. So
Yeah, 100%. No question about that.
yeah,
Yeah. Awesome, bro. Well, I appreciate you, bro.
yeah. Well, like you said, definitely gonna do another episode of this podcast, and I haven't been able to do this podcast in a while, but I mean, I've been busy, but no, yeah, we're definitely gonna do this again. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man.
Yeah,
Thank
no, I'm
you.
too. I appreciate you having me, bro. It's been long overdue. I've been seeing all your other episodes, and I'm like, man, when are we gonna collab? So I'm glad it
And
happened.
yeah, yeah, of course.
Yeah, bro. Maybe during the season or something, once we're playing some games, we could hop back on and talk about the season.
Yeah, for sure. Again, Tracy Young, thank you for being here. Thank you for being on this podcast. We'll see you guys on that potential episode coming up. Thanks, guys.
Appreciate you, brother.
Hey, no problem, man. I'll see you
Peace.
there. All right. That was a Bunsa's Bucket List podcast with my guy, Trace Young. And just what a guy. It's all about the church, all about basketball, and really just, it was great chopping up basketball and life with him and Jesus. And that's how you, uh, yeah. This is a great episode to come, and I can't wait to post this. See you guys on episode 15. There it is.